All right, we want to welcome everybody tonight. We were holding off on going live. Make sure we had the car count we needed. We do have the car count we need. So of course, we are ready to get this thing going. We have just a few minutes left in practice before we get this thing fired underway. In qualifying, it will be a short night of racing, of course. So we have about 9 midgets here racing. The season coming to an end, so that is almost kind of expected. There are people out there starting a new series, new leagues, as this one is coming to an end. But we have some good battles going on, and I expect to see really good battles between some of our drivers as well. So again, we will be covering all the action as it unfolds here tonight. Of course, we are live on the Race on Texas YouTube channel with just 1.5 minutes left to go. We want to thank everybody for tuning in here tonight. We know you have a lot of things you could be doing on a Wednesday night, but you're here with us, and we thank you for being here. Make sure you hit that thumbs up if you like the racing, and of course, hit that like or the subscribe button and the little bell to be notified of all upcoming events as well. If you like the racing, you see, we also have, of course, some real-life events going to be coming up here on the channel, so make sure you stay tuned for those. A lot of cool stuff here coming in the works. That being said, of course, we need to drop down to the sponsors that make all of this possible here for tonight's race with just 30 seconds left to go. And, of course, on the racing side of things, those are iCore, iRacing Community of Racing Etiquette, Ohio Freshwater Adventures, and of course Evil One Graphics. Make sure you check them out here and get some graphics done for them as well. And of course, on the broadcast side of things here for 2019, those include Northwest Racing Series, Walls Beard Co. Beard Bomb, Race on Texas, World of Thunder, Hanover Wrecker Service, On the Edge Motorsports, Hoffman Designs, Racecore Online Racing League, and of course Extreme Sim Racing. Save 5% on your sim rig order. Make sure you use the promo code VRN, as that's going to do it for the time on the clock, which means it is time to get into qualifying. And it looks like we got a few more drivers than 9. We've had a few more show up. Let's go ahead and bring it down to your qualifying on to the screen. And we got a few names not showing up, quite a few names not showing up. We may have time to reset these overlays, so we'll look into that once we get a second to do so. So we're going to drop down to the track. And it looks like our first driver to come out onto the track is going to be the number 12 of Aaron Leitzel. We'll see how he does. We also have Nate M on the track, Mullenix, so we'll see if we pronounce that one anywhere close to right. Brett Rolls on the track as well. Lance Loomis, Dylan Williams, and Dawson Hess onto the track. So a few drivers out. Those times will come in again for the names: the 17, the 4, the 12, and the 66. We'll get you those names as they put times in, so you know exactly where everybody is. We'll definitely, something we'll cover over there in a minute. We need to trigger that. The green flag is out, and Leitzel at the top with a 16.068. Right behind him is going to be Nate Mullenix. I believe that is how you pronounce that one. That is going to be a 16.571. He's going to get dropped one spot as Dylan Williams pulls it to a stop on the track with a 16.080, as he's just a little bit faster. 2 16.0s here in qualifying so far. Brett Rolls a 16.168. He'll take third place, dropping Lance Loomis one spot with a 16.168. And there goes somebody who's no stranger to victory lane. That is going to be Glenn Reinhardt in that number 19 machine with a 15.825. What a time! A 15.825 for Glenn Reinhardt here tonight in qualifying. We'll go back to Jonathan Schaefer in the number 91, as he has got that driven number 91 going to the front. I'm sure we'll see what kind of time he puts in. We have 1 minute left in qualifying. Just about anybody who's anybody has come out. Ronald Powell has knocked out Stephen McMillan, going to be qualifying here tonight. And upside down, he almost goes into the outside wall through the contact with the tire. Let's go over to Ron Piles out on the track right on the 068 machine. Still a awesome looking ride in that 068 machine, as he is going to come really close to the wall, riding the cushion. And we'll see, that was his warm-up lap. Will it count here? Did he get enough of the wall that it wouldn't? I don't think he did. 18.767 is going to be his first time. It is not going to count, so he got just enough of that wall to make that lap invalid. That is unfortunate for him, but that sometimes does happen. When those tires touch that wall, it makes your lap just not count, and that's exactly what happened to him here in qualifying. So we'll have to reset and try again, but the time is running out, so we're going to go ahead and get rid of that off your screen, as well as your qualifying, and we're going to actually go ahead and reset these overlays here for you as heat race number 1 getting ready to come out on to the track, and that should be our only heat race here tonight. As we are going to get everything reset again, doing it as quickly as we can. It looks like actually we're going to have 2 heat races, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, 2 heat races. They're going to break them up. 7 and 7. We, of course, will not have 7 drivers in that second race, so we're going to just get everything quickly set up here for you and ready to go, as we're going to drop down to your grid here for tonight's races. There you go. Heat race 1 is going to have Glenn Reinhardt and Corey Wenzel on row 1. Row 2 is going to have Aaron Leitzel and Daniel Passmore. Row 3 is going to be Brett Rolls and Dawson Hess. And then, of course, Stephen McMillan not going to be here tonight, as he is doing the role of broadcaster over with Brett Wheeler in Ultimate Dirt TV. So those guys over there doing some broadcasting as well, so they will not be here racing tonight. So big shout out to them over at UDTV and Brett and Steven for doing that. He did come in here and get this all set up. That's why we were a little bit late, but we are here racing nevertheless. Let's zoom out. You can see this field. It is a heat race, so going to be, looks like, there we go. There's our 6 drivers here for heat race number 1 of 2. Is going to be an 8-lap race. You're watching the World of Thunder Racing League live here on RaceOnTexas.com. So make sure you check it out. We're on the YouTube channel, and of course you can go back and watch it anytime. And if you want to watch some real life racing action, you can do so on demand for just $9.99 a month over at RaceOnTexas.com. And of course, make sure if you are a dirt fan, you go sign up for that live pay-per-view coming from Texas Motor Speedway Dirt Track in just about 10 days or so, give or take, on the 13th and 14th. We'll be out there getting set up on the 12th, so make sure you sign up for that. It's going to be $35 for both nights of racing. So make sure you sign up for that if you want some real dirt track racing. That being said, tonight is all about the sim racing world, as we're going to dive down just a little bit closer there and zoom in. It is time to get heat race number 1 underway. Glenn Reinhardt, the favorite here by far, probably. We'll see if Corey Wenzel can get him on the start as that pace truck getting ready to dive off. Alright, green flag is in the air and we are racing, and just like that, Glenn Reinhardt going to check out quickly. We go back a little bit. Corey Wenzel side by side with Aaron Leitzel, and we got contact going around. That's going to be the 17 of Brett Rolls. That takes a little spin but keeps it going in the right direction, and we stay clean and green. We go up side by side for second place. Wenzel and Leitzel right there side by side. Try not to get those confused, as you have ZEL at the end of both their names. That's going to be Aaron Leitzel that goes around. Caution number 1 going to be coming out. Let's go back and take a look. What happened here to Aaron Leitzel? He was racing with Corey Wenzel at the time, and something happened. There goes the 17. That is not what brought out the caution. Right coming up is what brought out the caution, and I have a feeling it's going to involve somebody's right rear. We'll see in just a moment. Corey Wenzel slides up in the 88 or 888, and netcode involved. Corey Wenzel nowhere near the 12 to bring out that caution, so major netcode there from the 888 and the 12 of Corey Wenzel and Aaron Leitzel. So again, no contact actually made between the two, but that will indeed bring out the first caution of the night here in Heat Race 1. We're going to have about 3 laps to go when we get the green flag again. Glenn Reinhardt going to be your race leader coming to the line. Oh, definitely. Let us know where you're from. Are you from Race on Texas watching the sim racing? Let us know what you think about it. Obviously, if you want to get into iRacing, I know a lot of racers kind of twiddle their thumbs, don't have much to do during the winter other than work on their car, but you really don't get a whole lot of racing in. So if you want to get some racing in, you can do so on iRacing.com. It's like $110 a year or like $13 a month. You can get all the dirt cars, all the dirt tracks. As we have Fairbury coming tomorrow, we will have that brand new track. You can kind of subdue, I wouldn't say get rid of it, you can subdue that need for dirt track racing here on iRacing, the world's best dirt sim and just sim in general. As the green flag comes back out and we are beating and banging already. The 17 of Brett Rawls getting into the 888 of Corey Wenzel, but we keep it going green as they're going to slide up. They're almost 3 wide back here. They're going to stay 2 wide for second and fourth. Ooh, and the 17 gets a good chunk of the 888's right side, but left side, but he keeps it going, and we stay green. We stay green. Sorry about that. Having a little bit of a cough fit going on here. 2 laps to go. Glenn Reinhardt coming to the flag stand. He's going to make it 1 lap to go. White flag in the air for your race leader here in Heat Race 1, the 19 of Glenn Reinhardt. He's already going in to turn 3 and 4 right. Oh, he spins it on his own, but still makes it to the flag stand. Heat Race 1 winner going to be the 19 of Glenn Reinhardt. He almost checked his own lead out by himself. He was right there, spins it, but somehow saves it. What a save for Glenn Reinhardt, as that could have spelled disaster for him had that car gone around. But being the skilled driver he is, he does save it. Coming out for heat race number 2 and your final heat race of the night. Before we move on to your 30-lap feature race, that's going to be Rick Gibson and Jonathan Schaefer on row 1. Dylan Williams and Lance Loomis on row 2. Again, we think that is Mullinex, is the correct pronunciation for Nate Mullinex. And, of course, Ron Piles on the third row. 6 drivers here for heat race number 2. Let's zoom in a little bit and let you see the track again. 6 drivers here for heat race number 2. So we got about 12 or so drivers. Let's get this thing going. We have just 1 lap to go before we let them loose here for another 8-lap heat race. All right, let's get them going. Let's hit that loud pedal and do some racing here tonight, midget style. Of course, if you're in the Texas area and you want to travel, or if you're already here, as you can check out Monarch Motor Speedway in Wichita Falls, Texas, going to be running some midgets for a 2-day show this weekend. But the green flag is out here for the midgets on iRacing for the World of Thunder Racing League. And we'll see how this one plays out. It's going to be Rick Gibson out front, Jonathan Schaefer in second, followed by Williams, Loomis, Piles, and Mullinex in the 6th position. And already getting nice and spread out here. Not seeing a whole lot, but here goes a battle for the lead. It's going to be Schaefer running down Gibson. We'll see if he can get him. Let's zoom in a little bit more if we could. Look at him battling, almost getting into the tire. Is going to be the 91 of Schaefer. He checks up a ton, and here comes the 411 of Williams. Williams going to take it to the inside. Can he get by is the question. And not going to have it on this time. It looks like the 91 of Schaefer has definitely built that momentum back up. He had almost getting into the tire, killed a bunch of it, but he gets it back as we continue on right now. Lap number 4 as we just started. Williams not quite fast enough, I don't think, to get by. We'll see if he can manage something here. These are fixed setups. Right now, it is Rick Gibson out front in the number 38 machine as he is definitely moving forward. So this is Hard Motorsports on the side and right up next to the wall. Jonathan Schaefer not being able to do much. We got some shaking up going in the back here. As the 6 of Lance Loomis gets a little out of shape, and that's going to allow Ron Piles to get by him in the 068 machine. So we'll see how that one plays out. Will he be able to get back by him? Meanwhile, still up front is the 38, the 91 of Schaefer's not being able to run him down too much as we come up on the 2 to go right there. 2 laps to go here in heat race number 2. All right, we're getting the word that there will not be a real redraw. They are going to start normal green. So they're going to run a few extra laps. Here's the white flag is out for the 38 of your leader, Rick Gibson, as he's coming to get the checkered flag. And right there, you'll see it. Your race winner is going to be the 38 of Rick Gibson. And what a battle it's been right there. The ending comes, get a little bump as we are in a 3-minute warm-up. Don't go anywhere. Well, you can if you want. Go to the concession stand. You call your fridge. Grab you something to drink and grab you something to snack on. These guys are going to go up there and tear this track up just a little bit more here. See if they can't wear it down just a bit more. And we will be right back. All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen, and you see the yellow flag is out, of course. It's yellow and green at the same time. They're just doing a little warm-up here. We got 30 seconds left on the clock before we move in, and right there, a hard lick for the 888 of Corey Wenzel. But again, we are just moments away from your feature race. They are not going to do a redraw here tonight. With only about 12 drivers or so. No point of a redraw, so they are just going to run those extra few laps, and it will be a 35-lap feature race instead of 30. And, of course, we will have the green-white checkers if needed here into overtime, so that we will finish under a green flag condition. We'll see. Last week, not necessarily the best race some of these guys were hoping for. It was quite... filled with cautions. We're hoping not to repeat that here tonight as we are set to get this thing going. 35-lap feature race going to be coming your way in about 2 minutes is what it'll take for everyone to grid. So we have just a minute. Of course, let us know where you're tuning in from as well. What state you're in. Are you in the state of Texas? Are you not in the state of Texas? Either way, let us know where you're hanging out from. Definitely want to know where you're joining us from here tonight. Let's go ahead and get this thing started on row 1 here for tonight's race. Is going to be Glenn Reinhardt in the 19, and on his outside is going to be the 38 of Rick Gibson, your 2 heat race winners tonight. Row 2 is going to be the 46 of Daniel Passmore and the 91 of Jonathan Schaefer. Row 3 is going to be the 71 of Dawson Hess and the 411 of Dylan Williams. Row 4 is going to be the 888 of Corey Winsel and the 068 of Ron Piles. Row 5 is going to be the 17 of Brett Rolls and the 66 of Lance Loomis. In row 6 is going to be the 12 of Aaron Leitzel and the 4 of Nate Molinex. And that will do it, of course, here for your Walls Beard Co. starting grid for tonight's 35-lap feature event. Again, should be a good one, to say the least. These guys are good. Last week, definitely did not show the talent level these drivers have here for the World of Thunder Racing League midget style. We're about to crank them up one more time, see if we can not duplicate that here tonight as the pace truck dives off. Let's get this thing started. Loud pedals are underway. Their foot's sitting on it. They're ready to push it as they're about to do so right now. Green flag's out, and we are racing here for the first time in your feature race. Let's see if we can't get this thing going. Let's go back a little ways and look at the battling going on back here already. The 71. That is going to be Dawson Hess. It's going to be Hess, Schaefer, Passmore, Williams, all battling right here together. They're going to be 2 wide, 2 deep here as we go in. That is the battle right now for 3rd position. They're shaking it up quite a bit here tonight. Definitely some great racing underway here in your feature race. Again, I don't expect to see too terribly many cautions here tonight. With only 12 drivers, we'll see how it goes, though. Anything can happen when you're racing these midgets. They are on the edge of out of control no matter what you do to them. As we got the 17 of Brett Rolls right in the middle of Daniel Passmore and Corey Winsel on the 888 on the bottom side. We'll see. It looks like he's going to get by at least one of them. He's going to get by Winsel, who's driving the bottom, but it looks like he may get him back. We'll see. We go up front. There's your race leader, Glenn Reinhardt, checking out. Let's go to 2nd place. Schaefer and Gibson. Oh, we got someone in the wall. That is going to be, let's get to him. That is going to be the 38 of Rick Gibson. Caution is out. Let's go back and take a look. The Hari Motorsports number 38 machine, something happened. I believe there was some contact going on in there as well. What happened? Right there, little contact. Not too terribly much, but it was enough to put him into the outside wall, and then gets clipped, and up he goes onto the lid, somehow managing to get it back on the wheels, and he will get it going in the right direction, but not before the caution comes out. And it looks like the 71 going to be on pit road after contact, as he got right into the 38 there. After it was all over and said and done, he kind of clipped him there. That's what sent him over, as we are under caution here for the first time tonight. As you're at there, caution number 1. On the track here at the dirt track at Charlotte. 1 caution, 2 caution laps, 0 lead changes. We're on lap number 7 of 35. We currently have 29 laps to go before this race is called over, so we have a lot of racing still left to go. All right, we are just about set to get this thing going one more time. Pace truck going to be diving off. Will we see any more cautions here tonight? We're about to find out. Loud pedals underway, and they are racing. We're going to see slide jobs already coming in here back. It looks like Brett Rolls, Dylan Williams, Aaron Leitzel, all these guys back here, second, third, fourth, and fifth, are not wanting to settle for it, but Reinhardt still out front. He's led every lap of this feature event. They're trying to run him down to see what they can do. It's going to be a matter of can you catch him? And it looks like right now Leitzel, Hess, and Williams right there trying to make something happen. Let's go up a little bit further. Look who's charging in. That is going to be Jonathan Schaefer in the number 91. He's trying to run down your race leader, and he's the closest anybody's been in the number driven, or that driven number 91 here tonight. But still, can he catch him is the question. He's been close, but he isn't close enough. The caution going to come out one more time, and not sure who brought it out this time. That's regardless, the caution is out. Let's go back and see if we can take a peek here and see what happened. We're going to go back to Rick Gibson here and see, and right there you see the 38 getting clipped, and around he goes for the second time tonight. The 38 bringing out the caution, no fault to his own though, as he gets kind of slightly bumped into the outside wall, and this time getting clipped going in to the turn. And that will bring out caution number 2. Glenn Reinhardt, still your race leader here at the dirt track at Charlotte on iRacing. You're watching the World of Thunder Racing League live on Race on Texas. All right, pace car diving off. Again, technically pace truck. As we're going to have 21 laps to go when we get the green flag. We're already seeing drivers trying to make it 3 wide before the race ever restarts here. As we are back under power here. Green flag is out, and we are racing here for tonight's race. This time it's going to be Brett Rolls trying to make something happen on Jonathan Schaefer. Schaefer going to take the high side, Rolls to the bottom. We also have Williams up to the high side. Williams going to try to make a pass, and he does pass him, but not before he gets to the line. Of course, that's where it matters at the line. You need to be ahead. Couldn't do it there. Still the 91 of Schaefer running down your race leader, but he just hasn't been able to catch him. Nobody has been able to catch your leader, but the 91 right there on the high side, he may get him here coming out of the corner. We'll see. The 19 of Reinhardt so fast, but that 91 has found something up on the high side, running right up near the fence. And it's not going to be enough of the line, but he's still battling with him. That is the battle for the lead right now between Reinhardt and Schaefer. Schaefer trying to run him down. They are side by side as they're coming into the corner. Now they're coming out of the corner. And does he have the momentum? No, he doesn't. But he is going to be right there. You see the push. He gets off of the corner. He just about had him. He's going to maybe try to make a slide drop here for the lead. As this time they're going into corner, now going into 3 and 4. I think he may have him this time at the line. He does. Your new leader is going to be Jonathan Schaefer in the 91. But the 19 of Glenn Reinhardt not done yet. He's going to keep digging to see what he can do to make it happen as he takes to the bottom side. Again, that top side seems to be where it's at as he was able to get by the 19 of Reinhardt on the outside. And now he has pretty much cleared him, so we may have a new permanent race leader. We'll see how it goes. Right now it is Schaefer, Reinhardt, Williams, Rolls, and Gibson are your top 5. But look at them go back here. This is 5th, 6th, and 7th. It's Piles, Gibson, and Loomis. And we got a car going around. Caution is out, and that is going to be Daniel Passmore upside down on the lid. Go back and take a look and see where and what happened as he was back here at the back of the field. We'll see. Did he have any help is the question. And so far, not seeing anything. Right there, contact with him in the 71 of Dawson Hess, and that'll send him upside down in that World of Thunder number 46. And unfortunately, that is possibly going to end his night here just a little bit early. Your race leader for the first time, leading 5 laps, that is Jonathan Schaefer. Again, he got the lead under green, but we didn't have this scenario here for the caution. So can Glenn Reinhardt come back here and try to get this lead back under the caution? We'll see here momentarily. Alright, pace truck will be diving off. We're going to have 10 laps to go when we get the green. As you see the pace truck doing its little speed up as it pulls on to or into the pits on the backstretch. Kind of a weird place, but that's where they pull in back here on this track. As he is getting set, and green flag is back in the air. We are racing one more time. 10 laps to go here in your feature race, and we'll be talking to those top 3 drivers here, as it has been a heck of a battle between the front 2. That's pretty much where we've stayed here tonight, between the 19 of Reinhardt, who's trying to get the lead back. He's on the inside, followed by now Jonathan Schaefer in second place. There's slide Job City up in the front. They're going back and forth. Now comes the 19 of Glenn Reinhardt. Can he get back, as they're going to come up on 8 laps to go right there? 8 more times around this tiny little track of 0.39 miles. It is absolutely tiny. Keep in mind, tomorrow you're going to be getting Fairbury added to the ranks of the tracks here on iRacing. I expect to see that track probably make its way into maybe the season finale. Only 2 races after this. Reinhardt has to check up, though, not to get into the 91 of Schaefer. Schaefer running about as high as he can on this track right now. Lots of grip and lots of moisture up at the top of this track, as that is where he wants to run. Reinhardt running just about one, car length for a midget anyway, down lower than him, as he is right there. But what a run for Schaefer. He took the lead and has checked out from it. Let's go back here to a 3rd place between Williams and Rolls, the 411 and the 17. Those 2 battling very good together, side by side. And it's been an outstanding race between these 2. They've been together pretty much all race long. We'll see if Brett Rolls can hang on to 3rd place, because here comes the 411, and he will slide up. Williams trying to hang on to 3rd. He has it for the moment. They're still side by side with 4 laps to go. And we're going to make it 3 when they get to the line. And this time it is going to be Williams that hangs on to a 3rd. We go back to the front there. You see not much going on. Schaefer checking out from the 19. The 19 of Reinhardt not going to give it up without a fight, as they're going to come up to 2 laps to go right there. These 2 still kind of battling, but this time it's going to be Williams that has a 3rd position. We go back to your leaders. He's coming into 3. Now out of 4. He's going to get the 1 to go, and no, caution is out. And it's going to be back towards the back here. Let's go back and take a look. We'll see if they're going to go green, white, checkered, or if that's going to be it. We'll know by the pace car. And indeed, it looks like it is. So we'll go ahead and we're going to go back to the front. It is going to say finishing, so it's going to show that Jonathan Schaefer is going to be your race winner here tonight. Lights are still on, so it may say finished, but we'll see. And it is no green, white, checkers here tonight. We're not going to go into overtime. So it is going to be your race winner, the 91 of Jonathan Schaefer. So congrats to Mr. Schaefer on his win here tonight at the dirt track at Charlotte. Again, we'll be talking to those top three drivers here in just a few moments. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen, and hopefully our race winner will make it. Jonathan Schaefer, I don't see him in radio communications at the moment, but we do have your second and third place drivers, and as always, starting with third place, that is going to be the 411 of Dillian Williams. So, first off, congrats on a third place finish here. We're closing in on the end of the season as it is, so finishing strong, obviously a good way to do it. We didn't have all the cautions we had last week. We still had a few, but significantly less than we had last week. So, coming to this track like Charlotte, one of your favorites, not one of your favorites, and how was the racing out there for you tonight?
Honestly, I mean, it's been one of the funnest nights out so far for the season, and yeah, it's the first time. I'm a first timer for Charlotte with the midget, so it's all awesome to be up there with the big boys.
Definitely, we're going to talk a little bit. The season is going to be coming to an end in 2 weeks. We only have 2 races left, and we have forgot where we're going next week, but we end with the Chili Bowl track, or the Tulsa Expo Center, as I like to refer to it, because that's technically what it is. But to change that, we have Fairbury coming out next week. So, if they were going to replace one, we haven't heard any of talk of that. Would you want to see one of those tracks get replaced, maybe, and throw Fairbury in there to mix it up there, maybe for the season finale?
Yeah, I'd think so. I mean, if everybody's running how they are tonight, I mean, it'd be an awesome show just for a brand new track and see how everybody does with it.
Well, definitely, we're plugging that in there with them. Maybe they'll hear us and swap it out. We're looking forward to having that new track. But an awesome run for you here tonight. You get a top 3 finish. Obviously, going to be a good points night for you. That being said, we know you probably have some shout-outs and maybe some sponsors on the side of that car you need to thank. So who'd those be for that third place finish?
Just you guys, really. I mean, you're making this happen, and it's awesome to be involved with it. I mean, I don't really have any sponsors, but yeah, it's been awesome. I really appreciate everybody racing clean.
Well, definitely, we look forward to seeing you in the next 2 weeks, and then going on further than that, as the new season will start after that shortly. So again, congrats on the third place finish.
Yeah, hats off, guys. You do an awesome job. Keep it up.
Alrighty, and that is going to bring us to our next driver, and that is going to be the second place driver, and that is going to be Glenn Reinhardt in that number 19 machine. And what can we say? What a heck of a battle up there at the front. Between you and Jonathan Schaefer. You went back and forth for quite some time. He just edged out just a little bit. I want to say, what do you think you needed to get back by him? But I think it may have just been a few laps, as you two are right there together.
Yeah, chose the wrong gear, and yeah, John's always fast. He's real fast all the time, and I enjoy racing with him because I know it's going to be clean, hard racing. And a couple times we were within millimeters there of wrecking there, coming off on the slider line there.
Well, it definitely was. We spent a lot of time up at the front, as you should be when you're watching these races. That is where typically the racing is, and it was here tonight as well. Definitely did not disappoint for the fans out there watching. Again, you're constantly up front, battling for the lead. Just a little bit short here tonight. And same question. We only have 2 more races left to go. And of course, with those the new track coming out, we get Fairbury. Is there a track on the schedule?Maybe the Chili Bowl track or anything like that? Maybe swap that out for Fairbury to end the season.
Yeah, the Chili Bowl. It's definitely one of my worst tracks on the service here, and yeah, I could swap that track out with any one of them. It wouldn't matter.
Oh, yeah, no, we haven't heard any rumors, but we're trying to plug Steven's ear a little bit there. Maybe see if he'll swap out Fairbury for the Chili Bowl, just because we want to go to it. But we know you got some sponsors. We ask you every week, so we know you got them on there. And of course, those shout outs for the second place finish tonight.
Oh, absolutely. Once again, Tony Stewart Racing, the TSR boys, and Manual Electric, Brightbill Fabrication, 19 Designs, Fatheads Eyewear, all them guys that help out, and it's all a big plus when it comes to getting here.
All right, well, there you have it. Your second place finisher, Glenn Reinhardt of the 19 Machine. Unfortunately, it looks like we do not have our race winner with us, so we are going to go ahead and call it a night. We will be back tomorrow night, 10:30 Central Time, with some asphalt racing. We're going to switch it up a little bit on you, so we'll be back for that. Until then, of course, stay safe, and we'll see you there.